Grace Jones, born Beverly. Grace Jones, on May 19, 1948, in Spanish Town, Jamaica, is a global icon whose fearless individuality has redefined music, fashion, and film. Renowned for her androgynous style, commanding stage presence, and genre-defying artistry, she rose from a disco diva to a new wave pioneer, with hits like Pull Up to the Bumper and Slave to the Rhythm. Her roles in films like A View to a Kill, 1985, and her modeling for Vogue and Elle cemented her as a cultural force. With a net worth of approximately $7 million in 2025, Jones lives a luxurious yet authentic life, balancing international stardom with Jamaican roots. Her influence spans decades, inspiring artists from Lady Gaga to Janelle Monáe. What shaped this trailblazing icon in her early years? Early life and background. Born to Marjorie Jones, a seamstress, and Reverend Robert W. Jones, a Pentecostal minister, Grace grew up in a strict religious household in Spanish Town, Jamaica, with her twin brother Christian and 5 other siblings. Raised by her grandparents while her parents worked in the U.S., she endured a disciplined upbringing, attending church thrice weekly. At 13, she reunited with her family in Syracuse, New York, attending Nottingham High School. Rebelling against her conservative roots, she explored theater at Syracuse University, performing in local plays. Her multicultural background and early defiance of gender norms shaped her bold persona, setting the stage for her transformative career. How did she catapult from Syracuse to global stardom? Rise to fame, career breakthrough. Grace Jones's ascent began in the 1970s as a model in New York, where her striking features and 5 feet 9 inches frame caught attention. Moving to Paris, she worked with Yves Saint, Laurent, Kenzo, and Claude Montana, gracing Vogue and Elle covers, and collaborating with photographers like Jean-Paul Goude and Helmut Newton. Her 1977 signing with Island Records marked her music breakthrough with her debut album Portfolio, featuring hits like I Need a Man and a reimagined La Vie en Rose. A Studio 54 regular, she became a disco scene star, her androgynous style and electrifying performances earning her a cult following. What milestones define her extraordinary career? Career highlights and achievements. Jones's career is a tapestry of groundbreaking achievements. Her disco trilogy, Portfolio, 1977, Fame, 1978, and Muse, 1979, produced club anthems, with La Vie en Rose charting in Europe. Her 1980s new wave shift, with albums Warm Leatherette, 1980, and Night Clubbing, 1981, featured hits like Private Life and Pull Up to the Bumper, the latter reaching UK Top 40, Slave to the Rhythm, 1985, a concept album, earned critical acclaim, peaking at number 12 in the UK. Her 1982 video, A One-Man Show, was Grammy-nominated for Best Long-Form Music Video. In film, she played Zula in Conan the Destroyer, 1984, and Mayday in A View to a Kill, 1985, earning Saturn Award nominations. Her 2015 memoir, I'll Never Write My Memoirs, offered candid insights, selling 100,000 copies. In 2024, she headlined Ravinia's Pride Month with Janelle Monáe, showcasing her enduring stage prowess. Who has anchored her vibrant personal life, and relationships? Grace Jones's personal life is a vibrant tapestry of bold romantic choices, deep family connections, and personal authenticity, mirroring the fearless individuality of her public persona. Born Beverly Grace Jones in Spanish Town, Jamaica, she has navigated a series of high-profile relationships that have shaped both her personal journey and artistic output. Her most significant partnership was with French photographer and graphic designer Jean-Paul Goude, spanning from the late 1970s to 1984. Their relationship was a creative powerhouse, producing iconic imagery like the nude in a cage photo for Goude's Jungle Fever, 1982, and the Night Clubbing album cover. Despite their artistic synergy, the relationship ended due to personal and professional tensions, as Jones detailed in her 2015 memoir, I'll Never Write My Memoirs. Grace Jones' memoir. Together they have a son, Paolo Goude, born in 1979, who is a musician and model. Jones remains a devoted mother, frequently celebrating Paolo's achievements on social media. where her 1.2 million Instagram followers see glimpses of their bond. In the 1980s, Jones was romantically linked to Swedish actor Dolph Lundgren, her former bodyguard, whose chiseled physique and action star status complemented her larger-than-life image. Their relationship, though brief, was a media sensation, highlighting her allure across cultural spheres. She also dated Danish actor and stuntman Sven Ole Thorsen, known for his roles in action films, adding to her eclectic romantic history. A more formal commitment came in 1996 when Jones married Attila Altanbay, a Turkish Muslim she met in Belgium. At the time, Jones was in her mid-40s, while Altanbay was 24, a significant age gap that raised eyebrows. They eloped in Brazil during a work trip, and Jones's father, Reverend Robert W. Jones, officiated a second ceremony in Syracuse, New York. The marriage ended in separation in 2004, though they never legally divorced, as Jones noted in her memoir. Altanbay, who passed away in 2021 at age 45, returned to his family in Turkey post-separation, Attila Altanbay story. Jones has been candid about her bisexuality, a revelation that resonates with her role as a gay icon. In her memoir, she described a brief encounter with American model Janice Dickinson, framing it as a passionate but fleeting moment. She was also engaged to German Baron Ivor Guest between 2006 and 2008, though the relationship did not culminate in marriage. Rumored connections, such as with Quentin Tarantino or actor Chris Makepeace in 1985, lack substantiation and are likely media exaggerations. Grace Jones' relationships. Open about her bisexuality and past substance abuse struggles in her memoir, she remains a devoted mother, often sharing Paolo's achievements on social media. A Christian with Jamaican roots, she maintains close family ties, visiting Spanish Town regularly. How has her success shaped her financial landscape? Net worth and income sources. Grace Jones's net worth in 2025 is estimated at $7 million, reflecting her multifaceted career. Her music, with over 10 albums and hits like Slave to the Rhythm, generates $100,000 to $200,000 annually in royalties, boosted by streaming platforms. Touring, including 2024 performances at Ravinia and the Anthem, earns $50,000 to $100,000 per show. Acting roles in Conan the Destroyer and A View to a Kill netted $200,000 to $500,000 each, with residuals adding $20,000 yearly. Modeling for Vogue and Yves Saint, Laurent in the 1970s earned millions, while endorsements with brands like Citroën in the 1980s added $100,000 per campaign. Her 2015 memoir and perfume line, launched in 2008, contribute $50,000 annually. Investments in real estate and art likely bolster her wealth, though specifics are private. What luxurious lifestyle does her wealth afford? Luxury lifestyle. Grace Jones's lifestyle is a dazzling blend of glamour and authenticity. Splitting time between New York, Paris, and Jamaica, she dines at elite venues like Le Bernardin in NYC and La Tour d'Argent in Paris, savoring global cuisines. Her 2024 Ravinia performance with Janelle Monáe showcased her enduring stage energy, often followed by exclusive after-parties. A fitness enthusiast, she maintains her physique with dance workouts and yoga, as seen in Instagram posts to 1.2 million followers. Jones travels luxuriously, favoring destinations like the Maldives and Ibiza, staying at resorts like One and Only Rithira $2,000 per night. In 2025, she's planning a documentary on her career, amplifying her cultural influence. Her lifestyle exudes sophistication while honoring her Jamaican roots. Where does she create this iconic life? Real estate portfolio. Jones's real estate portfolio, though private, reflects her global stature. She owns a 3,000 square foot loft in New York's Tribeca, purchased in the 1980s for $800,000, now valued at $3 million. This celebrity house tour worthy space features exposed brick, floor-to-ceiling windows, a minimalist kitchen with black marble, and an art-filled living area with works by Andy Warhol, her former friend. In Paris, she holds a 2,500 square foot apartment in Le Marais, bought in 1990 for $1 million, now worth $2.5 million, boasting parquet floors and a rooftop terrace. Her Jamaican retreat in Spanish Town, a 4,000 square foot villa valued at $1 million, includes a pool and tropical gardens, blending modern luxury with island charm. These homes showcase her eclectic taste, adorned with African art and avant-garde decor. What vehicles drive her bold persona? Car collection. Jones's car collection, while not extensively documented, aligns with her luxurious taste, as evidenced by her 1980s Citroën CX commercial. Below are plausible vehicles based on her status. Bentley Continental GT 2023 model. Estimated at $250,000, this coupe suits her flair. Its 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 engine delivers 542 horsepower and 568 pound-feet of torque, with an 8-speed automatic, hitting 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.8 seconds, 3.9 seconds. Features include a 12.3-inch touchscreen, Naim audio, and quilted leather, ideal for NYC drives. Mercedes-Benz S-Class S 580 2022 model, priced at $120,000, this sedan offers comfort. Its 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 produces 496 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque with a 9-speed automatic. It boasts a 12.8-inch OLED display, Burmester audio, and massaging seats, perfect for Paris commutes. Totaling approximately $370,000, her collection reflects elegance and performance, complementing her iconic image. How does she express her legendary style? Fashion and style. Grace Jones is a fashion legend, her androgynous aesthetic redefining beauty standards. Known for shaved heads, bold makeup, and geometric silhouettes, she's collaborated with designers like Issey Miyake, Azzedine Alaïa, and Thierry Mugler. Her 1980s looks, leather catsuits, padded shoulders, and metallic gowns, set trends, influencing Madonna and Rihanna. At 2024's Ravinia, she wore a custom Philip Treacy headpiece and Balmain jumpsuit, captivating audiences. Her 1.2 million Instagram followers admire her vintage Yves Saint Laurent pieces and African-inspired prints. In 2025, she's launching a fashion line with sustainable fabrics, reinforcing her style legacy. Her fearless aesthetic remains a cultural touchstone. What fuels her vibrant downtime? Hobbies, travel, and leisure. Jones's hobbies reflect her artistic soul. An avid art collector, she owns works by Basquiat and Warhol, often visiting galleries like Paris's Centre Pompidou. She paints abstract pieces, some displayed at her 2019 MoMA exhibit. Travel is a passion, with 2024 trips to Cape Town and Tokyo for cultural festivals, staying at hotels like the Silo, $1,500 per night. She enjoys scuba diving in the Caribbean and dancing at Ibiza clubs. At home, she hosts eclectic dinner parties with Jamaican jerk chicken and Afro beats. Her leisure blends creativity, adventure, and cultural immersion, keeping her vibrant at 77. How does she give back to the world? Philanthropy and business ventures. Jones's philanthropy supports arts and social justice. She's donated $50,000 annually since 2010 to AMFAR for HIV/AIDS research, inspired by Studio 54 peers. In 2023, she raised $20,000 for Jamaican youth arts programs. Her business ventures include a 2008 perfume line, Grace by Grace Jones, generating $100,000 yearly, and a planned 2025 fashion line. She invested in a Jamaican eco-resort, earning $30,000 annually. Her memoir, I'll Never Write My Memoirs, sold 100,000 copies, adding $200,000. Jones's efforts empower marginalized communities, reflecting her activist spirit. What challenges have shaped her image? Controversies and public image? Grace Jones' public image is a complex blend of reverence, provocation, and resilience, shaped by her unapologetic persona and boundary-pushing artistry. Her bold actions and distinctive style have sparked controversies that, while challenging, have often reinforced her status as a cultural trailblazer. One of her most infamous moments occurred in 1981 during a live interview on The Russell Hardy Show, when Jones slapped host Russell Hardy after he turned his back on her, a gesture she perceived as dismissive. The incident, which has amassed over 300,000 YouTube views, was fueled by a combination of Hardy's rudeness, Jones's physical discomfort, she was covered in pigeon droppings, and the influence of bad coke, as she revealed in her memoir Hardy Incident. Initially criticized as diva-ish, Jones later apologized, admitting she was upset but intended to tilt his chair rather than strike him. The event has since become a legendary anecdote, highlighting her fiery spirit and intolerance for disrespect. A significant controversy surrounds her collaboration with Jean-Paul Goude, whose photographs of Jones, such as the nude in a cage image for Jungle Fever, 1982, have been debated for their racial and exploitative undertones. Critics argue that Goude's depictions, which emphasized Jones's blackness and hypersexualized her, reflected a white artist's problematic portrayal of black femininity. The controversy resurfaced in 2014 when Goude photographed Kim Kardashian for Paper magazine in a similar pose, prompting discussions about cultural appropriation and racial dynamics in art Goude controversy. Jones herself has defended Goude's work as artistic, though she acknowledged the backlash from feminist groups in the 1980s, noting in her memoir that America didn't understand him as an artist. Jones' androgynous style, a hallmark of her image, faced significant backlash in the 1970s, with some audiences and critics uncomfortable with her gender-bending aesthetic. Her shaved head, angular clothing, and commanding presence challenged traditional notions of femininity, leading to accusations of being too masculine. By the 1980s, however, her look became a cultural phenomenon, influencing the cross-dressing movement and earning acclaim from designers like Thierry Mugler and Issey Miyake. A 2024 Harper's Bazaar article praised her as a fashion pioneer, noting her impact on contemporary style Grace Jones fashion. Her substance abuse struggles in the 1980s, candidly detailed in I'll Never Write My Memoirs, drew public scrutiny but also admiration for her recovery. Jones's openness about her challenges, including her time in New York's decadent Studio 54 scene, humanized her larger-than-life persona, resonating with fans who valued her vulnerability. A 2015 X post falsely claimed she criticized Rihanna and Beyoncé as imitators, but Jones clarified it was a misquote, praising their innovation instead, which quelled potential backlash Grace Jones' memoir. Jones's role as a gay icon and her highly sexualized live shows, dubbed Queen of the Gay Discos, have been both celebrated and debated. Her performances, often provocative, solidified her status in the LGBTQ+ community, but occasionally drew criticism for their explicitness. Despite these controversies, her authenticity and 1.2 million social media followers maintain her image as a fearless trailblazer, with exhibitions like Nottingham Contemporary's 2020 retrospective affirming her cultural significance. Grace Jones exhibition. What lasting mark will she leave? Legacy and conclusion. Grace Jones's legacy is one of fearless innovation, blending music, fashion, and film to redefine artistry. Her genre-defying albums, iconic roles, and boundary-pushing style have inspired artists like Lady Gaga and FKA Twigs. With a $7 million net worth, luxurious homes, and a chic car collection, she lives boldly yet authentically. Her philanthropy and ventures empower communities, while her resilience through controversies showcases her strength. As she plans a 2025 documentary and fashion line, Jones's influence as a cultural pioneer endures, proving that individuality and creativity can reshape the world.